Hey guys, it's Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about some products whose packaging I really do not care for. Maybe I like the product, maybe I'm just like meh in the middle about the product, but the packaging is just, I just have some complaints about the packaging. I feel like the point of this video is mostly just to start a conversation. I'm really curious to know, when is it that a product's packaging is a deal breaker for you, and when are you willing to kind of sacrifice that for maybe a product that is like really budget friendly, but the packaging kind of sucks, but you're still willing to use it and purchase it because it is a really affordable price. So let's go ahead and get into the products. The first product I want to share, this is a $1 e.l.f. product. I'm pretty sure they still sell this. I'm pretty sure it's still $1, although knowing them, they may have raised the price to like $4 by now. But it's the e.l.f. just like their essential lipstick in the shade Fearless. I know they have other shades as well. This is just the shade that I have. I actually really like this lipstick. I feel like I should wear it more often. I can't even remember the last time I wore it, but this is a nice, like kind of sheer-ish red lipstick. It's really pretty, and I like it. It's a nice red. Over a lip liner, it can be a little bit more opaque, obviously, but on its own, it's just a nice, like, bright summertime true red color. Nice product, but the packaging is such that I could not travel with this in my purse or put it in any kind of makeup bag without the lid coming off. It doesn't really click closed. It goes on all the way, but it doesn't fasten. So like if, you know, if this were in my purse, the lid would for sure fall off. And it's just kind of loose, like, see what I mean? So it's, you know, it's a nice product for $1. It's a nice lipstick, but I really don't care for the packaging, and for that reason I probably wouldn't buy any more of these. I don't think I like the formula that much. I'm still willing to keep it around because I think it's a nice lipstick and it's a nice, really budget-friendly option, but not a fan of that packaging. Another lipstick that I actually can look past the packaging because it's really not that bad, but it's the Wet n Wild Megalast lipsticks. This is also a very budget-friendly lipstick. I think these used to be $1.99 and now they're $2.49. I don't know why they raised the price, but you can probably still get it for $1.99 at some places. But what I don't like about this is that when you twist the lipstick all the way down, it still is sticking up out of the tube. So when you put the lid on there, and it's a clear lid so you can totally see when it's dirty, it gets lipstick all around the inside of the lid. So, I mean, that's just a very small complaint. It really doesn't matter, but I do wish that the lipstick would twist all the way down in there so I don't have to worry about it getting damaged when I'm putting the lid on. I have to be really careful when I put the lid on there. But with that being said, the lids do stay on once they're on, unlike the e.l.f. one. And I do really like this formula. I'm actually wearing one of them right now. This is the shade Don't Blink Pink. It's like a beautiful hot pink. I love this shade. It's so fun. And the thing that I love about these is that they're so affordable, and so I can kind of go outside of my comfort zone with some of these shades. I have a bright purple and a bright pink, and I want to pick up some more like fun colors because it's a good way to experiment with fun lipstick colors without really breaking the bank. So that is a packaging flaw that I'm willing to overlook. I feel like it's not that big of a deal for me, but I wish that for like maybe 50 cents more they would improve the packaging, because I'd be willing to pay a little bit more for slightly better packaging. But then again, I also love how affordable these are, so that is one that I'd be willing to overlook. Another Wet n Wild product that I'll go ahead and talk about, I don't have it anymore. This was actually one of the first products that came to mind when I was brainstorming for this video, but it's the Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that foundation applicator, but I'll put a picture on the screen. When you twist off the lid, there is like kind of a paddle or like a spatula of plastic, like a hard plastic spatula attached to the lid. I don't really know where they came up with this idea. I have seen foundations with like a doe foot applicator. Those I actually kind of like. The hard plastic applicator, I don't know where they came up with that. I can kind of see the appeal, but the problem with that applicator is that it doesn't reach all the way down to the bottom of the bottle. So I feel like where that would be useful would be once you're running out of the product, you could really ensure that you're scraping all of it out of there, but that's not really an option with that because it's kind of a short paddle, so you can't really reach all the way down to the bottom of the bottle with it. So I feel like it could have been a good idea, but it just wasn't. And I did actually use up that foundation. The foundation itself is okay. I actually would recommend it because I've heard so many people with various different skin types say that they love it, and so I feel like it's worth a try for like, what, the $5 that it costs. But I wouldn't repurchase it because I kind of fell out of love with that foundation after using it for a long time. I just felt like it didn't really sit well on the skin. But the other reason I didn't like it was just the applicator. Like, I don't see why they couldn't just put a pump on there, or even just putting it in a squeezy tube. Honestly, I like foundations that are just in like the cheap squeezy tube because at least you know you're getting all of it out. When I panned that foundation, I felt like it was so hard to get all of it out of there. I'm pretty sure I wasted a good amount of product just because I wasn't able to get it out. And I could have bought like a beauty spatula to dig it all out of there, but I didn't really want to go to that trouble. So that was just meh. I really don't care for that packaging. And I feel like I've heard a lot of people say the same. The next and final makeup product that I'm going to talk about, the rest are kind of like skincare products, is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. That brow pencil, I love that brow pencil. I think it is a phenomenal pencil, and if it ever goes on sale like for half off in like the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, I'm pretty sure I would pick it up again. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I really did love that brow pencil. I felt like every time I used it, my brows just turned out exactly the way I wanted them to. It gave me so much control. It was like the perfect texture. There's just something about that brow pencil. I can see why so many people love it. But that packaging, I thought it was just me because I traveled with it a lot and I just was rough with it or something. But my spoolie broke off, and my lid, by the time I used it up, the lid was kind of cracked. The spoolie had completely broken off. And I mentioned that in a video, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's just because I was like tossing it around in a makeup bag because I travel a bunch. And several of you guys told me that you have also experienced the same thing with the spoolie breaking. And I'm like, once you guys told me that, I was like, okay, that is actually a problem because I thought it was just me. I thought I was just the bad guy here. But if they are charging $21 for that brow pencil, they really need to make the packaging more durable, like somehow. Because I actually also used up the NYX Micro Brow, which has almost the exact same looking packaging, and I did not have that problem with the spoolie breaking. I felt like that packaging was even a little bit better. And that brow pencil is half the price of the Brow Wiz. So yeah, if that sounds like a deal breaker to you, I would say don't waste your money on the Brow Wiz, because while it is a really nice product, I think that's kind of problematic. I think they need to address that. And that is one example of a really expensive problem with pretty flawed packaging, in my opinion. So the next product, I feel like you guys probably already predicted this. I don't need to say much about it because I've already talked about it before. This is actually in my current project pan because of the packaging. It's the Acure Incredibly Clear Cleansing Stick. This is a facial cleanser in stick form. It's almost like a deodorant, like you twist it up as you use it, and you are supposed to just apply it directly to your face, your unwashed face, because you're about to wash it. And so presumably your face is dirty and or has like makeup residue on it, and that's just gross to me. Like, I think it's a nice cleanser. I actually kind of like it. I think it does a good job, but I can't get past the packaging. I feel like it's not very sanitary. Also, this ran out really quickly for me, which for me is kind of good because I wanted to use it up as quickly as I could, because I just felt like, I don't know, I was just worried about how sanitary it was to be putting on my face, and I have acne prone skin, and this is actually geared toward people with acne prone skin. Now, granted, the good thing about this is that you can travel with it and it's not a liquid. So if you're flying, if you're flying and you have a carry-on bag, you don't have to worry about putting your cleanser in your liquids bag because it's just a solid. So that is one bonus. I can see the appeal of a product like this, and the only reason I bought it was because I was traveling and I just really needed a cleanser in a pinch, and this is the one this was like the option. So that's why I bought it. But this is not a format of cleanser that I would ever purchase again, but I mean, I can see the appeal, and what I've been doing is just apply it to my hand before I put it on my face, my clean hand, so that way I'm not touching my dirty face with this. And I like that a little bit better. It's almost kind of like you would like a bar of soap or something. So there are ways around that, but I still would just rather a liquid cleanser. Next skincare product is, this is more just like, well, you'll see. So this is the Yes to Coconut Ultra Hydrating Energizing Coffee, okay, this has a long name, DIY Powder to Clay Mask. So the packaging is cute. This is what drew me in. I got it at the grocery outlet. If you have a grocery outlet near you, it's called, the name of the store is literally Grocery Outlet. I don't know where they have it, like if it's just a regional thing or what. But if you're in the Pacific Northwest, see if you have a grocery outlet near you. They actually have a lot of cruelty-free like skincare, body care, hair care brands. It's awesome. Including a lot of Yes 2 products. So when I saw this, I just thought it sounded so cool. So it's basically, the packaging kind of looks like a bag of coffee, you know? And the way that it works is, let me just show you. So they give you this giant bag, and then they give you this little cup and a little spatula stirry device and a packet of this powder. And the whole thing that you're supposed to do is you put a little bit of powder in the cup, you put a little bit of water in there, then you stir it up with this thing, and then you put it on your face. I guess you can use this to apply it to your face, or you can just use your hand. But this is just so much. Like, first of all, this is a lot of plastic waste. I don't know how many uses I'm gonna get out of this little packet. So far I've gotten 1 use. I'll probably get maybe 10 uses out of it, I'm guessing. But this is just so many steps. Like, if I'm gonna do a mask, I'm doing it because I want to kind of wind down and just relax. And I have to go through all of this just to, like, I don't feel the need to have the DIY aspect in my mask routine. Like, I would just be content to have the mask already prepared for me in a tube that I can just squeeze out and put on my face. Obviously, once again, I knew that going into this. I think I was just drawn in by like the fun factor of it, and I didn't really think through the purchase, so that's kind of that's kind of my fault. I really should think more about things before I buy them, even if they are heavily discounted. I know that's very tempting. I've only used it once, and I'm still kind of, I feel like I didn't really get much of a feel for the product in the one time that I used it, so I'll have to report back. I'm sure you'll hear about it in an empties video eventually, what my actual thoughts are on the product. But the packaging, I mean, I just feel like this is just so much plastic waste right here. And again, that was I should have thought about that before I bought it, but still, I still think it's silly. I'm sure somebody would enjoy this. It would definitely be like a fun gift, but I don't know. I could do without it. Okay, the last product is just a body lotion. This is just a very small complaint, but this is the Nubian Heritage Raw Shea Butter Body Lotion. This is their age-defying and protecting body lotion. My mom actually gave this to me because she didn't like the smell of it. I actually love the smell. I don't know what it is, but the smell, it smells good in the tube, but once it's been on your skin for a little while, it smells even better. I don't know how to describe it, but the thing I don't like about this packaging is it's just a straight up bottle, and you're gonna be squeezing it out of the bottle, but, oh, something came out. But the problem I have is that now there's just this like huge dent in the bottle, and I feel like it's kind of a thick lotion, so eventually once I get low on it, it's gonna be really hard to get all of this out of here. I think I would rather have like a pump or more of like a squeezy tube type thing. Now the good thing about this is that this packaging is entirely recyclable, so once it is empty, you can easily recycle this bottle, whereas with like a pump packaging, I don't think you can recycle the pump, or sometimes with the squeezy tube packaging, those aren't always recyclable either, so I can see the appeal of it in that way. But as far as like ease of getting this out, the further down I get with this product, the harder it is to get it out, and I think it's just because of this packaging. So that is just a small complaint. Nothing serious, but I do... Oh gosh, the lights are flickering. I would appreciate maybe a different kind of bottle next time. So those are just a handful of products that I may or may not like the product. A lot of these I really do love the product, but the packaging just isn't my favorite. But yeah, like for some of these things like the Wet n Wild lipsticks, I'm totally willing to overlook that. But then with some things like the cleansing stick, the e.l.f. lipstick where the lid literally just doesn't stay on, I'm not as willing to overlook that kind of thing. They're products that I'll use up and I'll enjoy the ones that I have, but I wouldn't go out and buy more of them. So let me know when it is that a product's packaging is a deal breaker for you and when you're willing to overlook it. Would you rather have a product that's really inexpensive, maybe it doesn't have great packaging, than, you know, paying more money for a product that you like equally but has better packaging? I would love to hear your thoughts. Kind of just a fun video, nothing too serious here, but I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys next time.